Shalom, 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 everybody. Welcome back. It seems like it's been a while. All praises to the Most High. Thank everybody for joining us tonight on the One Flesh podcast, hosted by the Chasers of the Way, which is in junction with taking a deeper look. And we'll be taking a deeper look at marriage on this channel. And all things to make us better, so we can walk worthy of the vocation wherewith we are called, with our lowliness and meekness, forbearing one another in love. Hallelujah. What's up, my brother?
My brother, Shalom. What's good, man?
Wow.
It do feel like a long time, man, since we did this on this marriage thing. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All praise. Now, how's your day going so far? How did it go?
My day is chill. I had to take my wife to the airport earlier today. She visited her folks. Her folks are in their 80s, and I never begrudge her that. They're in New Jersey, so yeah, her mom wanted to see her. Pay for a little trip for her that way, spend some time with her, and her dad. There's some some things that come with age for him.
Yes,
so whenever there's an opportunity for her to have some days off from the job and stuff like that to go see him, her mom wanted her to come that way. And so yeah, she's up there. So just me and the kids out here doing what we do, chilling. And yeah, she be calling us all day long, and she'll be calling us again later. She might be logging on tonight. We'll see. But yeah.
Yes, sir. That's all praise. Shalom out there, the Agent Z.
I see him up in the Chizat. The agent, the governor. What up, bro?
Sir. Bro? All praise, man. I feel good tonight. I feel real good.
I was about to ask what's up over in the Woods clan. I know you was on the plantation a little bit, but aside from that, what's going on your way?
Man, we just had to work today, got to work tomorrow, got to work the rest of the week. So I ain't complaining though. I'm just thanking the Most High for what He's doing, how He's providing, how He's keeping it intact, keeping it afloat. Just you learn as a father. You thankful for the little things, thankful for the little win.
Yeah.
The things that put you ahead, to keep you from backtracking. I love that, man.
Right. Totally.
I love that. All praise. Go ahead, bro.
I said I totally understand. Totally,
man.
Shout out to Sister Tracy up in the building. I think that's Sister Tracy.
Tracy.
What up, Sister Soldier up in the spot. How you doing?
Let's do your thing, man. Go ahead,
And we got Sister Tasha up in the spot, coming in, wiping her feet off at the door. Please, if you feel free, like, share, subscribe, slap a like, comment. Please interact with us in this. We think it's going to be an interesting topic, a fun topic as usual. So with that being said, I want to toss it back to my big brother, the big homie G. As I call him, you guys know him as the beloved brother, Suka B. Maccabees. That being said, let's get on with this topic, man. Let's see where this go tonight. I'll be interested to see the edification you bringing, bro.
Man, it's interesting, man. I heard Mamo already say something one day, but I've had this thought for years. What you want to say to your people? These are your people.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot of your people. And I was praying today, as I was praying today when I got off work and during work. I was saying, I prayed the same prayer that Solomon prayed. I said, show me how to go in amongst all your people.
Powerful.
Not trying to be the popular guy.
Yeah,
just not trying to be the popular guy, but I want to be the one that brings your life-changing word that we can get on and become what you call us to be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Be who you said we are. That's definitely a prayer of mine, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's crazy.
It's definitely a prayer of mine. And go ahead.
It's crazy to your point. if and if the people that are listening, whether it's to us, to anybody, I would encourage you to really discern the spirit of the people and why they the titles and stuff that they pick, etc. Because I mean, a lot of people are doing stuff for just clicks and likes and stuff like that, but you want to definitely be among what is genuine edification. you know um like I said, to me right now, if you're not talking to me, just me, if you ain't talking community and building with brothers instead of trying to get the tea, you really ain't talking nothing in the Most High, man. You just a tinkling cymbal and the sound of brass in my eyes. So that, when you talk about the climate today and what we need to be talking about, building community, building relationships, restoring and healing, which is what you're endeavoring to do through this one flesh. I think that is the voice that needs to be in the land more so. Not that everybody's entitled to my opinion, but you're gonna hear it from me anyway. But I yield.
All praises. It's
Yeah.
just that when like I always say, man, I go back to the day after my wife had passed. And when he asked me this, I asked him a question. I said, "Why did you give me the understanding now?"
Mm,
I still ponder on that question. I mean, like, I said, "How do I have this desire even more so to talk about it, to share about it, and just to share
mm,
my story and share it along, coupled with your word and the things that you have taught me."
right.
So when we got to this title today, I was like, "Ooh, this is a heavy one."
It is. It is. Thank you. I was privy to some of the talking points you had sent me, and I was like, it caused me to look at some stuff like, how do I go about this, or how, because I guess as a husband, I don't want to overwhelm my wife, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes
But
sense.
but at the same time, I want her to know and understand things from a scripture standpoint, or know what I know, or how it is when you get that inspiration, that nugget that drop in your head. You like, oh, baby, you got to hear this, and she may not be in the
Right.
mood to hear it. So,
Yeah, they totally different from us in a lot of ways.
yeah,
Totally different from us in a lot of ways. The things we get excited over when we're in the word and the Most
man.
High is revealing something to us. Sometimes like,
Hmm.
okay, baby. You be like, how you not excited about that?
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But
like, like I'd
that
be
was for
like, did
you,
you?
baby. That was for you.
I'd be like, did you already understand that? Like, no, but Maury's on. I was like, okay, all right. Bad timing on my part. Shout out to Sister Rose in the building, and the brother House of House of Benaiah. Shout out, Aki.
Shalom, Maki. Welcome over here to the One Flesh Podcast. All praises. It's it's something, man. And as I was doing my research and just rolling through the scriptures, it's hard not to get stuck at certain things.
Hmm.
And have to press on. You have to press on through. Because you know how we get stuck on a few words. We
Yeah,
get stuck on a sentence that the Most High just stated,
yeah,
and we're there unpacking that thing. Because I'm already good, but he said, "Wait a minute, let's just sit right there." And I
yeah.
find myself when I'm reading and studying, I'll be sitting right there for a minute
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and referencing the scriptures to other things and letting the Most High speak and let him, give the unction of what's to be said or just something
Hmm.
he wants to say regarding it to me.
Hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I still I marvel at him, and I marvel at the fact of Genesis 2:18 when he says, "For this cause should a
Yeah.
man leave his wife, his mother and father, and cleave to his wife, and the two become one flesh."
Mm,
That's amazing to me.
mm, mm.
It's amazing that he decided. He said he looked out and he said it's not good for man. It's not good for Sue. It's not good for Moray. It's not good for Binyar to be alone.
Mm.
I'm
So
a created helper like unto himself.
that's interesting, because what was it about art? Because mind you, this understanding that the Father gave at that time was when we were supposed to, or Adam was supposedly in his perfect condition.
Yes.
But so what did it mean that it was not good? I mean,
Man,
it's just one of them questions you got to kind of ponder, chew on, think about. Like,
yes.
is it the fact that in and of itself, like I know the word says that men are incomplete in and of themselves, and so given the design that the Father made, obviously we definitely need a woman in order to procreate and etc. Like, what did it mean that it was not good for me to be alone, even when I was in my perfect condition?
Uh,
Yeah.
that's crazy because
Hmm.
I believe he saw something we didn't see, we
Yeah.
couldn't see,
Yeah.
and he had to make that, he had to change that to make that for us. Like, no, it's just gonna be, if it's just gonna be them, it's gonna be hard, rough, rugged, and raw.
Yeah.
But that woman that I give this wisdom to, that I make him one with and give her that wisdom,
Hmm.
it's gonna change the game.
Yeah.
It's really gonna change the game. That's why I stress to the sisters that are single, spend your time with Yah,
Mm.
learning the Most High, and supping with Him and being in that Word will change your mindset. It will change your thought pattern. It will change the way you function, the way you deal with a man.
Right.
We've seen a lot of men, women, and men find troubles because nobody spent quality time with the Most High,
Mm-mm.
especially a man,
Yes, sir.
because you're taking on an emotional person. That state of emotion is in her. It's not like it is in you.
Yeah. You know what? That's
It's not like that.
that. Yo, that's so true. And forgive me, ladies. You know, we can definitely put the link in the chat if somebody want to come and clear this up. But I look at, like, women can have mood swings, or because they go through so many different things in their body, you know,
Yeah.
the carrying the babies and things like that, hot flashes, menopause, and all the things that women go through. That we were talking about this, was it last night in Bible study, when you talk about the youth of the womb, and how that's better to have a child when the womb is young as opposed to when they get older, how the children are more apt to some technicalities because the womb is not what it used to be when a woman has a child older. But I guess what I'm saying is, when you talk about these mood swings, see, Sister Tracy, I'm about to refute that right now. We as men, and Suka noted, we as men, I'm gonna step into this. You know what? This ain't Suka. This ain't Moray. This is Yahukana. I'm gonna start this trouble. But we as men can't say or have these mood swings and there not be anything wrong with us, or I don't know what's wrong. Our mood swings have to be in response to something, or everybody's looking at us like we crazy. We can't say our body chemistry is off. We can't say, well, I have that monthly visitor or whatever it is. We don't have none of the things that women go through to fall back on. If I'm having a mood swing as a man, it has to be some kind of stimulus, whether it was the kids, whether it was the wife, whether it was the issues in the job, etc. It's a response to something, but I can't just outright just have a mood swing just because I'm in my mood and I'm sensitive. What? Even I would be looking at me like, man, if you don't get yourself together,
Exactly.
we can't do that. We can't do that. Go ahead, big brother.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. Me myself, when I feel the weight of some things, it don't mean my mood shifts. It just means sometimes I just want to be quiet.
Yeah.
And I just want to be silent. I don't feel like talking. I talk for a living as it is.
Mm-hmm.
I talk for a living every day, and I'm on the phone constantly. So, and when I feel the pressure of some things or certain things, I get quiet.
But it's in response to something.
Excuse me? Yeah,
but
exactly.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Go ahead, big brother. But your mood swings are in response to some kind of external stimuli.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Most definitely. And
I agree, Sister Tracy. We don't. You know what? But think about it. Think about society. We weren't allowed to cry. We weren't. There's a lot of stimuli. Right. we search and we search for a way to deal with it. We wasn't allowed to cry. We wasn't allowed to sit here and express emotions and all of that. The crazy thing is, if men even do it now, they're looked at. Well, maybe not now. I think with all this gender fluidity stuff, but back in the day, men were not allowed to show emotional. You were looked at as soft or a beta male or a beta mentality and stuff like that. We had to be tough. Like, what was this crying stuff? We weren't allowed to cry. Please,
Nah, be tough, suck it up.
yeah, rub some dirt on it. We didn't get we didn't get that comfort.
No, man.
Oh, baby, let me put like we wasn't encouraged to be, as young boys growing up. We wasn't encouraged to be vulnerable.
Nah.
To lay my head in my
Yes.
wife's lap and say, "Baby, I'm afraid right now."
Yes, sir.
Can I say that?
You can say that. I think the way we come up as young men plays it. The way different environments, different neighborhoods, different ways we were dealt with, the different ways that the men that in our lives taught us.
Yeah.
I had a fortunate time coming up after I was 14 years old. And the way I was raised, everything was super hard. We had to carry a facade, keep a facade. Your name Big G, you got to be a gangster, you got to be this, you got to be a killer, you got to be a dope dealer, you got to be all this. So you carrying more hats and bags by trying to perform to be something else as a young man. And a lot of us weren't able to get taught how to be a righteous man. We weren't taught. Nobody took the time. I'm speaking of my own experience. And nobody took the time with Suka. Nobody took the time. That's why I take as much time with my kids now as my sons now, because I was just telling my other son, I want you to be a million times better than me.
Yes, sir.
I said, I didn't have what you have now. I had nobody sitting here holding my hand and guiding me and teaching me things. And you can come ask me questions anytime you want. I didn't have that, son. I didn't have no father figure. I had no mother figure at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I didn't have that until I came back when I got dad and mom.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of things I had to learn to undo as getting older, because I was stuck in my ways in some things. I was prideful in this area because I knew how to do it. I knew how to get it. So you're like, and I was telling my son one day, I said, listen, let me tell you something. I said, what changed me? So I had an incident when I was younger and I wasn't making as much money, but the homies had money. They was climbing. They looked to dress better than me. They was this, they was that. And it sparked something in me to say, I'm not going to be here no more. But that was sparked in me was not of the Most High.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It took me on another train of thought to be grimier, to go get it, to do what I got to do. Don't never let nobody clown you like this. Don't never let nobody get over on you like this. Don't trust nobody. This is all the things that were built in up as young. So as we're coming into being men and fathers and husbands now, we can't take those trains of thoughts with us. They cannot go with us. They cannot go with us.
So this begs the question, bro, because the circumstances that led to your upbringing and the circumstances that led to my upbringing are different, but yet at the same time, the indication was still the same. Suck it up. We don't do all that crying. You know what I'm saying? My question to you is, in preparing your sons and me preparing my sons, and to the men preparing their sons for what it would look like as far as a manhood and marriage, things like that we're talking about, what is manhood supposed to look like from a biblical standpoint then?
From our standpoint, that's where we fall off right there. Because we don't really know our culture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We don't really take time to research our forefathers.
Yes, sir.
To see what type of men they were. The scriptures say that Dawid was a man after the Most High's heart. What kind of man was that? He called Abraham his friend. What kind of man was that? kind of man touched the Most High's heart when he told Solomon, he said, because you prayed that, I'm going to make you the richest and wisest king ever. What was that moment? What kind of man was he at that moment? What kind of man was Noah when the Most High picked him out? So I'm going to keep you and your descendants, and y'all going to roll up in this ark, and we're going to save everybody there on y'all. I look at that man. I look at men like that. What type of man were you? You know, most of them were family people. They're family oriented.
Yes, sir.
That's why I believe when he said your enemies come confederate against you in Psalms 83, it's destroyed our family. It destroyed our community. It destroyed our structure. Look at the way we did our women over the years. Look at the way our women did us over the years.
But you know what I find is powerful about what you brought up? Salaki, my fault, brother. I'll pause for a second. You know what I found that was very powerful about the brothers that you just, not brothers, my fault, because Abraham's a forefather. But when you talk about our forefathers, and you went all the way back to Noah, you talk about David, you talked about several different men. I think the biggest thing for our sons, or for us to teach our sons, is, or help them find, is their purpose in the Most High, because that anchors them emotionally, and it anchors them spiritually, it anchors them in every level and every aspect of their life, because no matter what may come or what may go, they know this is how I warfare, by this prophecy that is spoken over me. Shalom, Sister Miss Jackson Cowboy. But it's those men that you mentioned, my brother, they were men of purpose. And
yes, they were.
Yeah, I could say so much more about that, but I want to toss it back to you.
No, you good.
I guess go ahead.
No, please go.
I guess what I'm saying is, I know I've always asked the young ladies, what do you know about him? And I always ask the young men, what did you let her know about you? Because the expectation is our women are to come and follow us, to embrace our vision, to help us bring forth, to help us birth. But if she doesn't know it, or it's not communicated, then how can she follow?
Exactly.
I can agree right there. You got to go with that, bro.
Yes, sir. I agree with that. You know, a lot of times people come into a marriage with no vision.
Yes, sir.
They have no purpose because they have not found Yah. They have not found the Most High. Like my Mori always say, they haven't met the real Christ. So how can you have purpose and you never met the real Christ? You haven't read the meal. You haven't sat down with him and the Father to sup. So how would you know what you're supposed to do?
How?
And that's what I say. I strive, and I said, man, I got to know you. You know, because I'm stuck on that. You know what I'm saying? Where he said Moses knew my ways and Israel my acts. I don't want to be Israel in that moment. I want to be Moses. I want to know your ways.
Yes, sir.
Because your ways is what benefits me. It benefits me as a father, a brother, an uncle, a nephew, a son. It benefits me as king, priest, called to teach and preach, called to evangelize. It benefits me in all those ways when I know his ways. So we have some brothers out here that have not met the real Christ, that they just don't know yet. So we're called to express this to the people. We want you to know the Most High before you go say, I do. We want you to have an experience with the Mashiach before you say, I do. Because that's going to help the process. That's going to help you in time of need, when you struggle, when you go through. Because if you don't know him who's called and sent you, who are you going to call on when you're married and things are but going to hell?
Yeah.
When everything going to hell in the handbag, like they old folks say, who you going to call?
Yes, sir.
You can't call Ghostbusters.
You can't.
You got to call. You got to have a direct line and understand what you have to buckle down and do. Because sometimes as men, things get so crazy, so hectic, so everything's going on. Life is hitting, kids is hitting, things going on. The wife is distant. This is going on. Do you know how to handle it? Do you know who to go to? Do you know who to run to? Do you know who to take everything to?
But to the point of that, he's gonna the Most High is gonna give you a Moses experience. And what I mean by that is a lot of times when we go to the Most High, and He's going to say to us, "What have I put in your hands?"
Come on.
Because He said, "I put in you. I work. It is I who worketh in you both to will and to do my good pleasure." Like, okay, He couldn't expect Noah to build an ark, because there was one of the patriarchs you brought up. He couldn't expect Noah to build an ark if He didn't give him the ability to do it. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So you can't. So in other words, the Most High is not going to put you in an environment where your gifts and your talents, that your abilities, are not going to be able to thrive. So He's going to put it. If we commit, He said, if you commit your thoughts to me, then your plan shall be established. And so when we are in touch with Him concerning our passions, concerning our abilities, concerning the gifts and talents that He's given each and every one of us, because He said, I gave each man a measure of faith. Like, I always say this, there's things that you can do, Soup, that I can't do. That's why the word says only a fool compares themselves among each other. And so if I, as a man, can identify my personal giftings, then what'll happen is I'll be looking at you and I'm jealous. I'm envious and I want to throw shade at you.
Yes, sir.
Or when I'm in a marriage, I got an expectation of a wife, but she don't know what she's supposed to help me do, because I don't know what I got.
Man.
Yeah.
That's key right there.
But okay, because one of the talking points that you hit with, and I thought, and you talking about from a standpoint of introspection, I guess we're going to talk a little real. One of the things that you talked about was the commandments. Are we giving our wife, or are we giving our wives the commandments? Matter of fact, I don't even want to paraphrase it. Let me see if I can. It said, "Have I clearly taught my wife the commandments of Yah?" And this just me. No, this is not just me. The commandments of Yah, for lack of a better term, and hear me by the Spirit when I say this. The commandments of Yah are not just. Let me be careful. And I don't mean this. Like, there's no word outside Torah. Does that make sense, bro?
Exactly.
But the commandments of Yah. So the commandments of Yah, like to for an example, the commandments of Yah would be to Noah, build the ark. Now you don't see that in Torah. Well, you do see the building of the Ark of the Covenant. What I'm saying is, when you talk about building a boat, He said, "It is I who worketh in you both to will and to do my good pleasure." It was the Most High's good pleasure for Noah to build that ark in order for humanity to be preserved. So when you talk about the commandments, it may have been a discussion between Noah and his wife to help me build this ark. Sweet, maybe, baby, I need you to make the pitch. I may need your help gathering the hay while me and the boys go and we chopping all this wood. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Makes a lot of sense.
And the reason why I'm going this way is because the commandments are not just what we see in the Torah. The commandments are according to the prophecies that are spoken over us, or the requisite talents and the gifts that He put in us. These things need to also be expressed to the point that there are no law against these things if I'm walking in righteousness and obedience, if that makes sense. I see the chat. Are you tracking with me, bro? You I don't know. Are you going on mute? I keep losing them.
I said, go ahead and put it up there, bro.
No, I'm talking to you, but I'm not hearing you back. You got to talk to me, bro, because I want to make sure that.
No, I was coming in. I'm sitting in Salaki. I had my music that was moving around. I didn't want to make so much noise.
But that's what I was getting at. To your first point, when we talk about the command.
Yes, sir.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. But have we explained the vision?
Exactly.
Have we explained the vision?
Yeah, which
We
is our
don't, we don't
commandment.
want to make up or conjure up nothing. That's
Mm-hmm.
why it's important for us to lay at the feet of the Most High.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody's background is different. He said few. He said many are called, but few are chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're chosen, he's choosing you for a purpose, for a cause. Because remember, he said for this cause. When we're talking marriage, we're talking about a cause.
Mm-hmm.
The cause is wrapped around the vision, the purpose, the destiny that you're going to have with this person. And how are you communicating that with them? You know,
Yes,
it's
sir.
great to be transparent, because when you lay certain things out to a woman that has a vision and she has wisdom and she's not a busybody, but she can multiply what you bring to her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. That's a one. When she can multiply, and she can bring it to you, and she can take it and she can put it together, and she can see what you're trying to do. Oh, baby, you have one. You one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a difference.
You got to bring something,
huh?
But you got to bring something.
You got to bring something, man.
Yeah.
You got to bring something. You got to.
Yeah.
Only eggs hatch chicks, or hatch whatever's in it. You can't bring the shit. You can't break the egg casing, because everything what was in it is gone.
Yeah. Unless we're expecting our women to believe in it and work immaculate conceptions.
Facts.
But go ahead and listen to you, bro.
Yeah. It's an interesting topic, because we're not here to make it seem like anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to read something to you, because as men, because a lot of us haven't been taught on how to interact with a woman outside of sex, or trying to get sex from her, or trying to just see her body or something like that. We're so wrapped up in that, but we don't get an understanding of who the woman we're dealing with is. You know, the road she has traveled, the things that she has been through. How do I teach this woman, God? Are we asking these questions? How do I break this down for her to understand that I can help build her at the same time you're building me?
Yes,
what can you give me to give to her, that we can share together, that we can grow together? We got to start thinking differently. So what are we really asking y'all for? We're asking for a companion, but we're not asking for the vision that's going to sustain us together, the wisdom that's going to sustain us together. I love what Tobit said. Let me read you what Tobit said.
Yes, sir.
I love Tobit. I love the book of Tobit. There's so many gems in there. You got your book, man.
Man, what kind of question is that, man? It's almost
yes,
you want me to, what you need me to grab, bro?
let's go to Tobit, the 8th chapter.
You want me to share the screen, or you got it?
Yeah, please.
Let me see. Let me go ahead and grab this Tobit.
Yeah, I advise a lot of men to read. So Tobit has really helped me in a lot of ways, because I pull so many gems out there that I teach my sons to this day, that I couple with Joshua, the 1st chapter, 1 through 9. I couple a lot of what I get out of Tobit with that. It's just fitting to me, because when we talk about being men, we have a responsibility and a duty to make sure Torah is taught in our home. Make sure our culture is taught in our home.
Yes, Lord.
And that is handed down, that we speak of it in here. I know the kids get tired of it. Dad, they told me, Dad, you ain't got no game. That's all you talk to people about it? I said, I ain't supposed to have no game. I got the word. I said, this word, this is what I'm living. This is what I'm talking. I don't have regular conversations, but most of the time, if I'm talking to my brothers, we talk about either two things: football or the word.
Yeah.
That's our conversation: football or the word.
And football season is almost over. And football season is almost over, so y'all know what we're gonna be on for the next few months.
Come on, man. Come on. Facts.
We're gonna be on some other stuff, boy.
But Tobit, just to give you, come on, just to give you a backdrop of Tobit, the reason I love you got to go understand what Tobit went through as a young man.
Yes, sir. You said chapter 8
with his wife. The whole book is just a boatloaded with gems, boatloaded with defining moments. When you look at the Tobit, the 8th chapter, start at that 4th verse.
4th verse, okay.
4th verse.
Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And after that, they were shut in together. Tobias together.
Yes, sir.
Tobias rose out of the bed.
He got out.
Said,
now this is the wedding night, y'all.
Yes, sir.
This is the wedding night.
Mm-hmm.
This man had an unction. He understood the purpose. He understood why I had to go to Medias to get the money. I went with the angel, and the angel schooled me on some things. The angel taught me how to defeat the enemy that was in my wife. He taught me how to defeat the enemy that was in my wife's life. He prepared me for the battle that I was going to secure my woman. Gotta go read it. Gotta go read it. Finish it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me start. It said, and after they were shut in together, Tobias rose out of the bed and said, Sister, arise. Let us pray that the Most High will have pity on us.
Wait. I pray that the Most High will have pity on us. I pray that he will look on us and just think of us and keep us and secure us. This man was in the bed with his woman on his wedding night, but this is the thought that came to his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us can't. The Most High whispers something while you in the bed and you next to something, you ain't getting up.
Yeah, definitely not thinking about no prayer.
Like, huh?
I said I definitely wasn't thinking about no prayer on my wedding night.
Come on, listen, look at this, brother. Finish reading now.
Well, verse 4?
Yeah, finish 4.
Okay. Oh no, I already finished 4. Did you want me to go to verse 5 for me?
Yes, sir. Because he told her, let's get up out the bed and let's pray. And he said, I pray the Most High have pity on us.
Verse 5. Then began Tobias to say, Blessed art thou, O God of our fathers, and blessed art thou, holy and thy holy and glorious name forever. Let the heavens bless thee and all thy creatures. Thou madest Adam and gavest him Eve, his wife, for a helper and stay.
Woo, that's heavy right there. We're gonna come back and talk about that one day. The helper and stay.
And stay. Yes, sir. Of them came mankind. Thou hast said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
You remember that question you asked?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's 1,000 years later.
This is before sin. Yeah. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself. Verse 7.
Pause.
Yes, sir.
If the Most High, if I've chosen you, you are like an aid unto myself. You're a helper and a stay, and you're an aid unto myself. Look up the word azir or azir, which means a helper in Hebrew. Or just look up helper in English and look, Google it here, then get what you're going to get with azir. Then you will understand what you are, woman, and why I chose you. Keep going.
To your point, before I move on,
yes, sir.
I think we all need to know that the man need to know what he's getting in the woman, and the woman needs to know who she is to the man, because especially when you look at the condition of us today, we're so separated where it's like I got to get mine and you got to get hers, and the men are against each other, the women are against the men. It's so, the narrative is out there is so damaging to black. So I'm gonna say especially black men and black women, where the desire to excel above one another, and I ain't gonna be beholden to no man, and all this other, and the man looking at you, you weak and all this other stuff. We really have to change our attitude towards one another, because when you go back to the original purpose, to your point, what the cause was, none of this that we talking today was in that cause. But I yield with that. You said verse 7?
Yes, sir. I hate.
And
Yeah, keep
now, O
going.
Lord, oh, my fault. And now, O Lord,
Now, oh Lord, now Most High.
I
Keep going.
take not this my sister for lust,
I
but
take not this
uprightly.
my man. That's powerful.
Yes, sir.
Even though when I seen her, I like the way she looked. She fine and all that. But that ain't why I'm taking her. Come on, man, because I'm going to share the other version when you read this.
He want to deal with her righteously.
God.
Therefore, mercifully ordain that we may become aged together.
We
and she
become
said
one
with him,
together.
I got to read this last verse. This verse.
Yes, sir, please.
And she said with him, Amen. Like-minded. Yeah.
Mean I agree with you, husband.
Yeah.
This is Sirach 25:1. That one right there is Sirach 25:1. Where it says it's one of the things that Most High love. When a husband and wife agree together.
Yes, sir.
When she said, I mean, she agreed to the purpose, the cause. Because listen, if you go back and read about this woman, seven men wanted to marry her and they all died. Until they got to the man that was for her.
That she was for.
That she was for. That she was for.
She was built for him.
So before a man to get up, and he knew, this is a brother that knew what he just went through. My father is at home blind. My mama worried about me. I'm a long way from home. An angel led me here. I didn't even know, he didn't even know he was an angel. But this man that we know. Go ahead,
I said, no, he didn't.
So when he knew that and figured that out later, that's another story into the story. Go and read down in chapter 10. But knowing this, he said, man, I bless you, y'all. I bless you, Most High. I said, hold up, we not going, he said, we're not going to gloss over this moment. I'm laying here with this beautiful woman that has a purpose with me. I just killed the enemy that had her trapped. I killed this enemy out of her life to bring her to me. Now she's joining to me. Now we're becoming one. Now he sees the purpose. He sees how he's been set up. He sees how everything is going. He sees the blessing. He sees it all. This is what my father been talking to me about. Because we go back to the 4th chapter. He told him, he said, don't take no other woman that's not of your people.
That's what he said.
So I got a woman that's of my people, that's of my family, that love the Most High like I do. She went through all type of stuff. Now she's ready to be with me so we can go on and do what we got to do. We both been through something. Now we on our knees on our wedding night in this bed, in this wedding chamber. And before we get this thing cracking and get it started, sister, he said, let's get on this floor and let's bless the Most High. Because all this is possible because of him. When we have that understanding, everything, every breath we take, every move we make, everything is of him. And that's why he gave him a helper like unto himself. Someone that thinks the same way he do. Someone that sees a little bit further and can be a help to him.
Yes, sir.
Someone said, baby, hold up. She ain't gonna be, nigga, like, you don't do what you do and you always woo, woo, woo. No, hey, baby, check this out. I see this a little different. I see this a little different. Why don't you take a look at this and watch this and watch this. This is the purpose of that. This is what I believe. I've been praying with you, and this is what came to me. This is what the Most High brought to me and showed me. And you be looking like, okay, let me check this out. Don't be so prideful that you have a woman that has a vision and has wisdom, but you're a hard-headed fool that don't want to listen.
Nabal.
So we got a lot of brothers still that have a lot of pride. And you don't know the Most High like you think you should. You're working on that. And what helps you is humility, not pride. To be what your woman needs. And I be sitting here, man, I was learning for 20 years.
We still learning.
Yeah, facts, man. I went back and I was looking at a lot of things in my life. I was like, Sook, you were wrong here, you were wrong there, you were prideful here, you should have listened here, and you should have did this. Man, dang. So we can't couple the pride over here and we got pride, and we're not being led by the Most High, and we're full of pride, man, we trying to kill ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to literally kill ourselves. We got pride, and we're not being led by the Most High, but we're walking a path that we're trying to carve out for ourselves. How we gonna lead a wife? How we gonna lead a family? Come on, bro, help me out.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying a lot. Is to the point. I think what a lot of brothers, when you talk about us in our marriage, especially when we in a position to hear wisdom from our wives, I think it's because we're insecure in who we are, because we're not clear on who we are. But I think when you're solid in who you are, what you know you're called to do, your abilities, I think that helps you be able to be secure and to be vulnerable when needed, and to hear counsel and wisdom when she provides it when needed. But if you're not solid in who you are and what you bring to the table, if your foundation as a man, so it's like the preparation inside has to be as thorough as the preparation outside. You can't have the car, the nice house, the shoes, and all that other stuff, bodybuilding, if you do that, and you not be solid in your purpose.
Woo-hoo.
You got to be solid in your purpose, because if you're not solid in your purpose, then you're going to, with all that, you still going to make that woman miserable.
Yes, sir. And let me say this to a lot of brothers.
Yeah.
We were taught by a dynamic woman.
Oh yeah.
Dynamic woman. I have not yet to meet a woman like her in my life. I met one that was pretty close, but we didn't have the same relationship I had with my mom. And she was like a real mother. She was my real mother. All praise to the Most High. She was a dynamic, strong woman. And she knew the Father.
Mm-hmm.
She had a relationship. And she built us in such a way that we were able to stand after losing them. We were able to stand. You ever thought about that, man? She built us.
Yeah.
And enabled us and equipped us with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the power of the Most High came into our life even stronger. And we were able to stand when the storm blew.
That's so true. Yeah. To your point, bro, it's crazy to see us when she was alive and then look at who we are today, because I want to have the conversation with her now.
Yes.
And I want to say, Mom, I get it. Because she was on our head. Like, it's crazy because we've had counsel with people, and some people think that we come across tough and all this. I'm like, y'all couldn't have dealt with our mother. We had one of them old school holiness mothers, man, and she,
man,
Mom, dude, we called her Black Coffee and Raw Dog, man. It was like that. It was like that. Our raised mother. That's what we're talking about, and she
kept us balanced, man.
Yeah. We have fun with her. We play cards with her. She taught trash. She taught sports with us. But when it came down to this book and living clean and being good men.
Clean.
Yeah. I had to say that twice. And being good men.
Yes,
being good.
She didn't settle for nothing else.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't play with us. She didn't play. She called us to the carpet quick. What's this I hear? Or what's this I see? For people who think prophets and stuff don't exist. Okay, you ain't meet my mom. She tell you what was going on at 2:00 on a Tuesday during a thunderstorm. There was no hiding.
No, you couldn't hide.
You couldn't hide.
No, the eyes of the Most High were everywhere.
Man, she had relationship. So it was like, yeah, okay, you can act like you getting away with it.
Yeah, not for long, bro.
No, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That taught us. Yeah. That taught us. Because see, we didn't come here to perform.
Mm-mm.
So what she say?
It's hard to teach young men about how to be men for the Most High and the leader of the house. The pride, the self-sabotaging, especially when they don't know the actions they're displaying. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Me and my sons had a great discussion. And I'm talking, I know which one hears me and who doesn't hear me.
That's
I
so
know which one's just trying to pacify me.
That's so true. That's so true.
I know who's trying to pacify me.
Yeah.
Because they want you want me to get off the soapbox.
Mm-hmm.
But like I told my son today, told my son Jordan, who's much like me in a sense, I was telling him, I said, man, I said, everything else is going down like the old folks told me, son. Everything going down except the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
I said, if you don't see it, son, I need you to wake up so you can see it. It's not, I said, you're having fun, you're going to school, you're in high school, you're doing this, you're good with this, you're good with that. I said, but you need to be great with this.
Mm-hmm.
You need great at understanding this. And I said, you don't have to wait to get older to learn. You can learn now. You see what your father's been through. You see what I've went through. You see what I've come out of. You see what I've overcome. You see what the time I put in now. You see this word open. You see the word going forth. You see the life I'm living now. I said, copy me. I'm not leading you to hell because I ain't going there. I'm not going there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My destiny is the kingdom. So I have to live a way. I have to live a righteous life. I have to live a certain way.
Yeah.
And then I desire much more for myself.
Yeah.
That's in him. Because the scripture tells me, son, in him I live, move, and have my being.
Yes,
so yeah, I have a thought of being married again. Sometimes I fight it off like, no, Sue, we're gonna dead that issue. We don't want to talk about that right now. But that's a desire sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I love teaching it, but I want to live it as I teach it. You know what I'm saying? I've lived it. I want to walk right before the people of the Most High. I want you to be blessed. And I want my sons to see that. And my son, man, I love you, Dad. Woo. I said, what's up? What's that for? He said, man, I just want to tell you, man. Wonderful, son. I love you too. But this word was what we need.
Yeah.
I always have to find something to couple the words so he'll understand this is my language too, son.
Mm-hmm.
This is my love language right here.
Yeah.
If I didn't teach you, that's why I said earlier, if you paid attention to what I said earlier, and you'll notice, Sister Tracy, I went to Tobit, the 4th chapter, and I make that a teaching to my boys.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest son is out here now, but that's a different story. But I'm not going to stop doing what I do with the ones that are with me.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to understand, because they're going to grow up one day and they're going to be fathers. They're going to be husbands. You know what I'm saying? They might be teaching the word, but I want you to understand who you are. And what fuels us is the word of the Most High, son.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something we conjure up. It's our relationship. It's our dedication. It's our faith. It's that mustard in us that keeps us moving and pushing towards the Most High, because we know in Him is life itself.
Mm-hmm.
And I want and I need Him. Now, when you have a man that wants and needs the Most High, is chasing the Most High, looking for that, you got somebody. But you need a woman the same way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hezekiah said in the song, and I'm going to give it to you right now. He said in the song Pure, we listened to it the other day. He said, I want a wife that loves you more than she loves me.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I love
show your people that they royalty.
Yeah, I love that song.
That's beautiful. That's my God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I hear the words you saying. When you got a woman that loves Yah more than she loves you, she going to be with everything you need.
That man, look.
You got a man that loves Yah more than he loves you. What you complaining for? You up here talking about spending time with that man is with the Most High. The Most High is gonna pull that man coat, tell baby, go spend some time with your wife. Take your wife here. Do this for your wife. The reason a lot of men are spontaneous because of the spirit of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
I was spontaneous because y'all put things on my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I would go out and buy things because I wanted to see you smile. I wanted to see her smile. I wanted to see the joy on her face. I wanted to hug me real tight. I know she did if I asked for her, but it's nothing like the spontaneity. The Most High knows how to create these things for us.
Right.
He knows how to keep the spark going. He knows how to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what to give you to say to her.
Mm.
But that comes from laying under his toes.
Mm. Mm.
And that's what a lot of us don't want to do. We want to come to him with complaints. But where's the gratitude? Where's the desire to be better? I want to be better for my family. I want to be better for my wife. I wanted to have a better experience. So that will cause her to go deeper in him.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to learn some things, and we got to unlearn a lot. This old American dogma, this European culture dogma, it's not for us. We didn't do our women like this. We didn't treat marriage like a fresh pair of drawers every day. We had purpose when we went to the altar. What? To sacrifice our life for what? The purpose of the Most High. Because he said, all right, this is the cause I give you when you come to this altar. Man, come on. That's why he jumped out that bed. That cause pulled him out the bed, the thankful, the gratitude that I got somebody, and I wasn't even planning on him, but I had a thought in my head. But you put me on the road. See, this is what I love about y'all. The father said, go get the money.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Father
sir.
didn't even know when he was sitting in the Magis, whatever you call it. He said when he was sitting, he didn't even know. Now, how did brother come out of nowhere and said, man, I'll take him. I got him. We're going to woo. He said, all right, man, thank you, blah, blah, blah. And he took him to get the money, but he said, let's stop at your cousin's house on the way back. It's a girl there. She's been through such and such, and that's your wife. Can you look at the setup that the Most High did?
Grab the items on the way.
Come on, man. He got the items for the future.
Yeah, the fish. Oh,
come on, man.
Yeah.
That's what I look at, man. I'd be like, Pops, dang. You did a thing for Toby.
Yes, he did.
I prayed in my life would match something that you would do something like that for me. That's the type of desire I have when I see that. I desire what he's done for my forefathers that were righteous before him.
But you know, the beautiful part about what you're talking about is twofold, I think, when it comes to us as men and to Sister Tracy's comment. One, we have to be willing to be accountable. You got to be willing to be accountable. The word says that a brother is built for adversity. One thing that's really bad in Israel is we don't. So I'm just gonna be real about us men. Shout out to Brother Briggs. Shalom, Brother Briggs. But we don't like to be vulnerable. We don't like to be accountable. And so, especially, I know we've had several instances where there's issues going on where the sisters will reach out for support. But before we can righteously deal with in the judgment matter, we got to get the brother to the table. But the brother don't ever want to talk. Well, I don't know them. Well, that should really serve a purpose in the fact that even if you don't know someone, but they're willing to sit and labor with you, that lets you know that we don't come into this thing with an agenda. Like, we don't know her, we don't know you, but yet we're willing to sit and talk. But the word says, according to Proverbs 17:17, a brother is built for the day of adversity. So whether it's adversity in your marriage, whether it's adversity with the kids, health issues, whatever, we're built for adversity. And so even when it comes time to hold one another accountable, that's adversity. My job is to help restore you. I'm my brother's keeper. Your job is to help restore me. You're my keeper. So if you see me going off, I got to be willing to receive that counsel from you, because that's the day of adversity. We look at adversity as our own personal adversity, but no, that adversity is the purpose of God in my life to this cause. What cause am I created for? Because of that cause, I need to be accountable. And not only does that accountable spill over to, my relationship with my brothers, but also, like, to your point, I have a son. And so if I'm not only accountable to my brothers, but I'm not accountable to my son, then what's going to happen is I'm not going to be transparent before him. And my father didn't know a lot of Torah, had to understand that we had today. But one thing I learned from my earthly dad, to the point of what Sister Tracy's talking about, we to teach young men to be leaders in the house and men. One thing I say about my dad, like, he raised me. Like, my mom, because of how he treated her, she was gone. It was, not to get into all the details of it, but it was bad treatment. And my mom left. So I was raised by my dad. But with that being said, my dad was transparent about his shortcomings, his flaws. He didn't portray in front of me the superhero, knowing that I knew about his shortcomings. I saw what he did to my mom. And so, understanding that, I got to see him grow. I got to see him change. And so when it came to certain transitions in my life, I remember the conversations that me and him would have in the backyard where he would say, son, this is what I messed up at. And so those are things that I model with my own son, because I believe this. If I'm David, I will slay the giants. I want to build the temple, but I got to kill the giants. I got to kill the enemies, the generational curses, the things that plague the men in our family all this time. And I got to say, son, this is where we failed at, but this is where you can win at. And if you have this mind, according to keeping the Most High first, you're going to win in these areas where your father failed at. So as bad as I want to build this temple, son, there's blood on my hands, but you don't have to get this blood on your hands. You have no business fighting the same fights that I fought. If I kill these Goliaths, then you don't have to fight the same Goliath. And so that's been my mindset of raising my son the way that I've raised him. So yeah, he's going to have his own struggles, but it won't be that issue. It won't be seeing his dad do what my dad did to my mom, etc. He won't have the same problems. And exactly. and being able to be vulnerable before our sons and say, listen, son, this is why I'm on you about this matter, because I failed here. And you don't have to fail here.
We talk the same, like we saying the same thing, did y'all?
Yeah. Because we got to be honest. Bro, we got to be honest.
I told you.
I can't. Let me say this now. I'll go right back to you.
No, finish,
my dad, despite all his faults and flaws and stuff, my dad was my first superhero, and still is it. And I'm 50 years old, and my dad is still a superhero to me. He's the man. I don't care what nobody says. And listen, I don't agree with my dad. Me and my dad had some arguments. I'm talking about, like, even recently, arguments. I've shared them with you, Sue. You know, I don't. Me and my dad don't see eye to eye. I don't agree with my dad. But that's still my dad. Like, that's the dude. When I hear his voice, I feel like I'm 12 all over again. Like, that's my hero. And so when I deal with my son from a standpoint of being a father and authority, you see my son, he's a big boy, but he respects me. I've literally seen my son on the football field take other 300-pounders and throw them like they were nothing. But when it comes to respect for his father, I'm his first hero. And I understand that. And so because I understand that, I got to make sure that even in times of frustration and disappointments, that I got to be honest.
Yes, sir.
Because yes, sir. I told him, if I don't live by the standard of this word, check me. And if I still don't change, leave me.
And I where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
With that, I yield, brother. Go ahead.
No, that's beautiful. I agree with you. You know, we were talking. My son finally did something we had been talking to him about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I said, let me explain something to you. I said, your dad made a mistake because he didn't listen. He didn't obey.
Man,
I want you to understand what that almost cost me.
Real talk.
And I explained that to him. I said, you see me here now? I have so much gratitude and gratefulness.
Mm-hmm.
He spared me, but I preach this hard to you because I don't want you to make the same mistake.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do that because no one is worth your destiny. No one is worth what he has for you. And he was looking at me and I said, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I said, you got to understand. I said, we're called to a different life. You've been told, my grandma prophesied to you, I don't know, numerous times about you and your brother.
Yes, sir. I've heard
who y'all were and who you are. I said, when you going to fight with that? I said, when you going to fight with that? When you going to know your worth? Because your worth is wrapped up in the word of the Most High. Your worth is in what he prophesied to you. Your value is in his spoken word over your life. And who can stop that? I said, stop trying to resist his will. I said, who y'all has for you, she'll be there.
Yeah.
She'll be there. Hold your horses. And when I tell you, just go, I said, don't go run, frolic, and do all that stuff. I said, you gotta learn different, man. I said, sometimes you know what's crazy? I said, you and your sister someone to like sometimes. both y'all got to hit y'all head and fall down in the ditch, and here we come. But I'm trying to save you from that. Don't do that. I said, I'm not going that route that I went. It's not about what Super wants. It's about what he has for me. I'd rather choose what he has for me over what I desire. Because sometimes our desire can be askew. Because we're looking through fleshly lenses.
Yeah.
We're not looking through the cause. We're not looking for the purpose.
We hear no love.
All we see is a big button and smile.
Yeah. Can I shift it a tad bit?
Yeah, please shift it, Aki. Come on.
Because there'll be a lot of emphasis on the sons. But how does us making these transformations and trying to live right impact our daughters? Because I will say this, a lot of times I feel, this is just me, and I'm being transparent, my daughters will hear me, but sometimes I feel like there is a disconnect there because maybe the message doesn't, especially with daughters, the message doesn't come gentle. Like I can talk to my son like a man, like, hey, but with my daughters, it can almost appear to be that I'm overprotective or overbearing.
Yeah,
or,
you don't want me to go nowhere. You don't want me to, man.
Yeah.
The Bible told me.
Yes, I lose sleep over you. I lose sleep over you.
Come on, man.
That's the book.
I can't go to sleep to you in the house.
Right.
I don't go to sleep literally big out till they're all in the house.
Yes. But to the point of that, it's like it's an interesting dichotomy that because it seems like with daughters, you don't like. I can be tough on my son, but with my daughters, if I approach my daughters like I did with my son, I push them away.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Because you want them to know the truth, and you want them to meet young men that are in the truth, and your job is to protect them. But how do you effectively protect daughters who, the moment you chastise them, they offended?
Offended ain't the word. Oh, you don't want me to do that. I just try to have fun and live my life. Nigga, shut up and sit your butt down. Let me tell you what I see. I'll show you the dangers that you don't see because you wrapped up in your nasty, stinking flesh. That's how I have to bring that out at times, especially with this one right here. Shamadoa. I have to bring it out. Hold up, chick.
Is she nearby?
Like I don't see what I see.
Is she nearby? Tell Dodo I love her too.
Yeah, she in the bathroom talking on the phone.
Okay.
Yapping the gums. Then I said, you act like I don't see. I said, y'all, the crazy thing is, I had to tell her one day, I said, you trying to judge me for a mistake I had. I said, that would be your downfall if you hold me to that. When you see the product, you see the result of what the Most High has done. See, that's the problem with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? If they'll see where you erred, but they don't see. Now you blind and can't see where the Most High took me and elevated me and moved me here. See, and that's something as men we got to let go when we're in relationships as well. And I teach my son and them the same thing. I said, listen, man, you got to learn to forgive and live. And I was telling her that I said, listen, back to our daughters. We try to keep you safe, which is a natural instinct the Father put in us.
It's an instinct.
And then coupled, what you say, how?
Like you said, it's an instinct. Naturally protecting my daughters.
Exactly. And I see a lot of things you don't see, baby. Remember, I was in the streets at one time. I know what game is. I can hear it. I can see it. I can see you when your friends are wicked and you blind. But oh no, that's either Uncle Gerald, yeah, whatever. Okay, I remember when you would do such and then Daddy, I mean, man, Daddy, but you did such. I see that's your problem. I see that you don't want to hear because you like what you're doing. But I'm still gonna continue to pray for you, and I pray that the Most High give you an ear to hear one day, that it will change your life, that it will change what you see, the way you move. We think different as fathers.
Yeah.
Then don't let it be my wife. I'm on some other stuff.
Listen. Let me say this. You done open up Pandora's box now. I done went hard at family members. I done got calls from family members. My dad, like on the phone, I said, Dad, over my wife, you'll get it too. Like, don't get it.
Facts.
If you cannot talk to my wife right,
Exactly.
then tell me and I will deal with her. It's not your place to deal with my wife. I don't care if you dad, uncles. Listen, don't, because then you got to deal with me.
Man,
She
I
ain't gonna be
understand.
bullied.
Yeah,
Go
facts.
ahead, big brother.
I finally had enough one day. We were living in Hesperia, and
Mhm.
I was in the office working. My sister called me with some drama. But you over there with Linda, I said, and before she even got tried to get going, before I know it said, you're damn right. You better shut your mouth coming over here talking about my wife. This is my wife.
Yes,
I
sir.
said, she coming for all you Negroes.
Yes,
I
sir.
said, let me get this understanding. I'm sick of this now. I told her just like that. I said, I'm sick of this.
Yes,
She
sir.
coming for all you Negroes. Everybody. My kids, everybody.
Yeah.
My wife coming for everybody. She's like, well, I was just trying to say, no, you ain't just trying to say you up here messy.
Yeah.
So like you said, you can get it, grandma can get it, daddy can get it, whoever can get it.
Listen, automatic rule in my house growing up for my kids was 3 things. Don't lie to me. Don't disrespect your mother, and don't disrespect each other. Those are non-negotiable whoopings. But like literally mistreatment of your mom was almost like blasphemy in my house, to the point. And I love the relationship that my kids got with their mother now, and my wife benefits from that, because I still reserve the right that if I ever feel like you stepped out of bounds with your mother, my wife, know that still stands. Like, that's not going nowhere, bro.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's
All
non-negotiable.
praise to the Most High.
Ever.
So, but what we talking about tonight, fam, is talking about the husband being able to teach his home.
Yeah.
And a lot of our teaching is done by living as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's done by living and being an example.
Yes, sir.
Be an example to our children. Be an example to other men, other women. And when we talk about being one, that oneness has to be stood on the foundation of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
See, people don't understand it. And I go to this scripture.
Did you want me to pull up that Sirach 25 again, or just leave that be?
Yeah, you know where I want to go? I want to go to 1 Peter 3:7.
1 Peter? Okay.
Because I want to show this when we talk about being one as a husband, we have to take the lead on this right here. Because this is what Peter was telling us. Then we'll come back to Sirach 27.
You mean 25?
25 and 1. But I want to have us understanding, because a lot of times we don't believe it's consequences. Like we could just treat our wives any kind of way, or treat our husbands any kind of way, and there's no consequences to what we've done. You know, and one of the biggest things Peter said was in here.
Yes, sir.
And we don't understand. Then we look around and we don't understand. Oh, why all hell breaking loose? I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm talking, I'm singing, I'm worshiping, I'm doing all this, but why is still all hell breaking loose? Why are my prayers not getting answered? Why? Husband, peep this out. What Peter said. What did he say? 7
said, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Okay, what's the knowledge he talking about?
The
knowledge is he talking about what Christ said in Ephesians 5:25. He said, husbands, love your wives, ahav them. We're not talking about, he's not talking about European love. He's talking about the love that's an action that causes you to give up yourself for the betterment of them. For the betterment of them. Keep reading.
Yes, sir. Dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
Yes, sir.
As she being heirs together of the grace of life.
Wait. Didn't he say I called the end from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
And what were we in the beginning?
Heirs together.
Together. See, this shut down all that nonsense. I'm gonna be lowered over you, and you're gonna have to submit to me. No, we'll get into that submission. We coming for that right there. We gonna come for the submission part.
Yes, sir.
Believe you me. The Most High gave me something on that, and gave me something on Proverbs 31, what this really mean. And we gonna bring it to the floor because it's all about getting better. Husbands, listen. He said, husbands, dwell with your wives according to knowledge, giving unto them honor, treating them as the weaker vessel. Because what? They are what?
They are heirs together of the grace of life.
Heirs together of what? This grace of what?
Life.
This protected life. Together. Finish it.
Yes, sir. That your prayers.
What? So what?
Prayers.
That your prayers
be not hindered.
Be not
hindered.
Hindered. Touching no soup. They can't go past the roof. They don't go past the roof. They don't go outside your bedroom. They don't go outside your door. You in your car. They ain't leaving your car. And you at work. They're not leaving your job.
And prayers don't mean what we think they mean. But that's a
Come
whole
on, man. Please.
That's a whole nother thing.
That's a whole nother ballgame.
That's a whole nother thing.
He said that will be hindered.
Yeah. But your prayers.
You know why they hindered? Because there's no oneness.
The extension is nostrils.
Come on, man. There's no oneness. He said it. Now we got to read Sirach. Now we read Sirach.
Oh, okay. Let me go.
25-1.
Yes, sir.
This is what he loves. So your prayers won't be hindered. He's telling you if you can't dwell with her according to knowledge, and you can't give her what I gave you, and you can't treat her like my son treated you, like what he tell Peter. He said, Peter, I pray for you that your faith fail you not. But how we would say it to our wife, baby, I pray for you, because Peter was his wife. Baby, I pray for you that your faith fail you not. Because I don't want our prayers to be hindered. I need us to prosper and flourish. Because we're heirs together. I'm not your Lord. We're heirs together. That our prayer, I don't need my prayers hindered. I got too much to do.
Yes.
Now, this is what makes the prayers not hindered. 25-1. Go ahead, huh?
Yes, sir. In 3 things I was beautified.
So this man said 3 things.
3 things. And stood up beautiful before the Most High and men.
Hallelujah.
The unity of brethren.
Yes, beautiful.
The love of neighbors.
Yes.
A man and a wife that agree together.
A man and a wife that agree together. A man and a wife that have become echad. He said, how can 2 walk together except they be agreed? Do you see where I'm going with this, Elder?
Yes.
Do you see this division that is amongst us, and we wonder why our house is not prospering? Hallelujah. We wonder why things are not flourishing, and we married, and we've been together for 30 years. We've been together 15 years, and we wonder why things are not going, why we still in the situations we are. Your prayers are hindered. Because you're not at God before the Most High. Nothing we work with division in the home.
Holy grace.
So Paul said, mark that one that caused division among you and have nothing to do with them. He said, why? We can't be divided. You can't be in sin and I'm over here saved, sanctified, filled with the Ruach HaKodesh. We can't live like that. We got to be one. We said we one before the Most High. We have to walk one before the Most High. Or our prayers are going to be hindered. I need our prayers not to be hindered. And that's where it takes that man instead of him say, Father, if it's me, Father, forgive me. Give me the chance to walk right and make it right. If it's both of y'all repent, get on that ground together, and y'all work it out before the Most High. And don't get up there. That's why I said, man, I'm not going to let you go until you bless me. We're going to fix this now. We'll be up all night until you bless me. Put the love back in me for my husband. Put the love back in me for my wife. Put the love back in me for the house. Give me back my desire that you had for me from the beginning, so we can walk this thing together and there be no division, no separations amongst us, but we are one before you and we smell good to you. So you can rain down on us, Abba. You will hear our prayers. We'll see them being answered right before our face together. Why? Because we are echad. We are a unit, Yah. We are together, Yah. We walk righteous before you, Yah. We're not divided amongst you, Yah. We're not going 2 different ways, Yah. We're wrapped up with the 3-fold cord, Yah. We need you. Houses are suffering because of this mess called division, because of this mess called pride, because of this sin nature. We got masturbators still in the house. We got pornography watchers still in the house. And you wonder why things are not being hindered. You're making choices of your own. You're not inquiring of the Most High how to go. You're not seeking him for what to do for your home. That's the vision. Because if you're walking with him, man, he's going to be inquiring of him. Abba, how do I get to the next step? I got things before him right now that I'm praying for. And I'm watching them slowly come to pass. So imagine, do I want that to stop? Or do if I get with somebody, they gotta have the same mind as me. Now let's go over to Sirach 7:26.
Yes, sir. Before you move on to that, this is powerful because, and it's gonna be real quick. This is the foundation to community because it says the unity of the brethren, the love of neighbors. We need to go back and really unpack this verse one day. Yes, because I mean, I see Matthew 25 verses 37 through 40, the unity of the brethren. There's several scriptures on that, and a man and his wife. You can't build community without building family. And just that's a powerful verse. We got to talk about that one day concerning Israel. We might have to look at that on a Thursday. But what do you say? Chapter 7,
7:26.
Yes, sir. That's a powerful verse, bro. I'm sorry.
Yes. Oh no, it's all beautiful, man.
You said 7:26.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh yeah, that's very familiar. Oh Lord, you're starting trouble.
We were it's crazy. My brother, my son. I told him once. I said, man, listen. Man. I said, man, call your Uncle Gene, man. I said, talk to your Uncle Gene, man. Uncle Gene is a smart, intelligent brother. He's been married for 25 years, son.
Been married a long time.
I said, yeah, quite a long time. You know what I'm saying? Go see your uncle, man. Call your Uncle Sean. He been married this as long, too. I said, go talk to people. I said, I know you're tired of hearing my voice. I'm going to tell you what the words say, but maybe they might can say it a little different so you can hear it. Because you hear Dad's voice, and Dad, I'm like Paul. You know what I'm saying? What did Paul say, bro?
You said rude in speech.
I'm rude in speech.
Strong in
knowledge.
Yeah.
I know I can be rude in speech at times. I know. And he's like, Dad, you ain't got to say, that's my girl. You ain't got to say it like that. I said, I'm sorry, baby. Forgive me, but I meant what I said.
Yeah.
I can say it a little different. And then my son, he'd be like, Dad, I know what you're going to say. That whining. I said, well, if you know what I was going to say, why would you run from the truth? But I said, if you run from me, go to your uncles.
Yeah.
Go to your papa.
So we can lie to him. Come over here and get lied to, nephew. Come over here.
And this is one of the verses I gave you.
Yeah.
Read that out.
Ecclesiastes 7:26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind?
Whoa. This verse has been, when I first read this, I was like, huh?
Powerful.
This was like a bomb. Somebody dropped a bomb on me 4 years ago.
That go back to the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I understand. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But the question I have to the brothers, you made a choice to get a woman. She might not have all of your mind now, but what are you doing to build that mind that y'all can become one?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And sister, just because y'all haven't got there yet, have you given up and you starting to be a fuss bucket? You starting to be pain his butt? You want always fussing? You want always doing this? You always doing that? You do certain things to be spiteful? Because some brothers, they can tune you out. Has he stopped trying to prepare you because you don't want to listen at first? It's a lot of things we can say on this. Yeah. But what he's trying to say is, are you guys one?
Yeah.
Are you one? Are you Ekah? Do she see like you see? Does she believe like you believe? Does she walk like you walk? Is she you? Are you her? Yeah, see, that's heavy right there.
Because to your point, the thing is Ecclesiastes, I said the eyes of men are never full, and so. Right. And he said, "Do you have a wife?" it's asking a rhetorical question here in this verse. It's saying, "Have thou a wife after thy own mind? Forsake
Come
her
on.
not,
Forsake her not, man.
right, but give light, but give not thyself over to a light woman."
Woo.
In other words, a woman that don't know you.
That don't know
I-
nothing nor you.
Yeah, I don't think we as men probably have communicated enough with our sons and daughters. Like when you talk about marriage, that's work. Like I don't want to learn another woman. My wife knows my quirks.
Yes, sir.
You know, the little things I like. We got a secret language, you know, with each other from a standpoint we laugh at that I can only
I
say.
had a look. We had a look.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had a look.
yeah,
We know what that look, man.
exactly. And so there's
If
certain
somebody
things.
she walked by me and tapped me, I knew that was time to go.
Yeah, the certain things, like you said, like there's no words that need to be said in certain moments.
Come on.
And so because of that, when you say you have a like, I often like you because with this journey, especially in with the call, I mean, her probably one day we're going to jump on together and do a podcast about the call, because with this call, we didn't know all that would come with it. And I think about all the women that I was with before her. And I wondered, would they have been able to handle this? Like,
Man.
listen, listen, I'll be so can I be honest for a second, transparent for a second?
Please.
My marriage ain't perfect. Me and my wife have had our challenges, but in all the things that we face, and all the chances and opportunities to leave, and all the excuses and reasons to separate and give up, we're still fighting, and we're still together, and we're still loving each other. And so, with that being said, with all that we face, and I look at for the sake of the call, because I always tell people we're like I'm talking about the Chasers family. We're like the Marines in the spirit. The father say go, and we ask no questions. He said go to California. What's in California? Father told us to go. You got a job? Nope. You got this? Nope. You got nothing lined up? Nope. But it's time to go. And bro, you know what it was. We left good jobs. We had houses and but we left
every day.
Yeah, I mean the church building we was in, it was a nice church building. So it wasn't that we left shabby existences. No, we had name, reputations. We were known in the community to the point that when we left, people said it looked like light left the city, the area. But now we go to California. We struggle for a little bit, but then we start building. Then we had COVID happen. We had some losses, etc. But we had lives in California, and we were building. But the Most High said, "Go." So we're going to Texas. What's in Texas? I don't know. He said, "Go." Got no job.
Hey, remember that conversation we had at the park, Daddy Baby shower. Yes, sir.
Listen, I mean, I was making nice money, name recognition in the community. I'm coaching football and everything. I mean, I was doing what I wanted to do. My kids were all older and graduating. They were about to embark on another path in their life, but the Father said, "Go." We're here in Texas, so it's like to start over uproot. That's why I don't begrudge people who may not have done what we've done. And I look at their lives and they're like looking all stable and all that. They wasn't called to what we was called to.
Yes, sir.
And so with that being said, we're like the Marines in the spirit. So when I look at that, I had a woman that was with me the whole time.
Come on, man.
My wife's family is in the East Coast. My wife is in Jersey. She's an East Coast woman.
Yes, sir.
But we moved to Cali. We moved further and further away from natural family.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? How many women that I've been with would have done that for the sake of the call? Because when I'm called, she's called. She agreed to this. And we don't know what's on the other side of it. We just know this is where the journey took us.
Yes,
I look at Moray's wife. She had to leave her family to follow her husband in ministry. And I don't want to tell their story, their testimony, what people.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Moray tell that. I'll let his wife tell that. But I'm gonna just put it like this: it wasn't peaches and cream for them with the family. I just leave it at that. So, how many women that we have in our lives to the point of this scripture that have that mind that when the call say get up and go, let's uproot and go.
Ooh, that's heavy right there.
Yeah.
On that note,
because I can't have no light woman with this.
Come on.
But go ahead. I know. Go ahead.
That was a segue.
Yeah.
We're going to bring this back in 2 weeks on that note.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pick back up here. That was a beautiful exit on a segue, because on that note, brothers, you can't have a light woman.
Mm.
You got to have a woman after your mind.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure your mind is of the mind share.
Man.
So we're going to leave it right there. I want to thank my partner in all this, my ace Boom Cool, my Big Yard, man. I depend on him. I love him so dearly. And we go together, boy, like just some new water, some new wine. And I appreciate the Most High for him. He's an excellent teacher, excellent orator, and he's an excellent word man. And I appreciate him and my leader, Elder Moray Copeland. I appreciate him. I appreciate it. Appreciation away. We thank y'all for coming out. Listen, I want y'all to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Listen, share this with people that you know that are going through some things. Invite them to the channel. You know, we only go in the way the Most High gives us. We're not trying to go in the numbers. We're not trying to be the other number one podcast. No, we want to be the ones that the Most High pleased with.
Yeah.
That he said, okay, I can give them my word and they'll give it to the people like I want them to.
Yes, sir.
And I want to thank y'all for coming out. Any last words, Aki?
No, just like you said, have a wife up to your own mind. Brothers, get in the mindset, if you're going to meet a woman, you got to open up. We can't hide behind facades and masks and past reputations. Communicate who you are so she'll know if she's built to call what you're called to do. And Sister, if the brother communicate the vision and you don't feel like it's for you, be transparent from the beginning. Don't waste the brother's time.
Yeah.
Don't waste the brother's time, because you'll move on. You'll find, that man that's built for you will find you, and that man to be able to move on to find that woman that's built for him. Don't be a light woman compared to concerning the vision that the woman that the Most High has given that man. And brothers, don't be afraid to communicate that vision to that woman that you meet. I yield.
All right, fam. We love y'all. Until tomorrow, 7:30, taking a deeper look. We'll be on the Take a Deeper Look channel for tomorrow, and we're going to pick up where we left off there. Love y'all. That's at 7:30 tomorrow evening. Love y'all dearly. We'll be in Matthew 16, correct?
Yeah, Matthew 16. We didn't even get to the rest of them verses, boy.
Come on, man. We still in the first verse, man.
Yeah, we didn't even finish the first verse, man. We got stuck
come on.
What does it say? Follow. Take up your cross and follow me. We got stuck right there.
Yeah, man. And the moment he interjected, he switched the whole thing, man. It went somewhere else.
Yeah, man.
You said something went somewhere else, but all praise to the Most High, y'all. We love y'all, Israel. Be encouraged. Be strengthened in your ruach like never before. Trust the Most High and everything. Please don't give up. If you need to reach us, man, go to the website, www.chasersoftheway.com. There you can join the website. We have so many different resources, books, videos, teachings that are up there that are definitely beneficial for you and your family. You got kids listening. We have a youth group that's phenomenal, that love the Most High. They're growing as well. Bring your youth and have them grow with them as well. Yes, so all praise to him, and we want to thank you. And always, we love you.
Love you, Shalom. Shalom.